Hello, Mrs. McCabe's class. This is Mr. Smith. I'm Jacob's dad. Everybody knows Jacob, right? Anyways, we're here at the high school, and Jake told me that you guys learned about volcanoes today. And so I wanted to let you know that I've got some volcanic rock here in my room, and Jake was able to take a look at it tonight, and he's going to bring it into school with him tomorrow so you guys can all see it. But we're coming to you from the high school. I got my robots here. I teach science over here at the high school. And so I learned about volcanoes when I was in college and having to figure out what I was going to do with my career. So I've got some samples that I collected from here in Michigan, and most of them are from Michigan, some are from other places, but I wanted to show them to you guys. So let's take a look. Okay. So right down here, these are some rock samples that I've got here. And so this one's a pretty cool one. This is actually volcanic ash. So this actually was shot out of a volcano, and someone collected this up, and I got a hold of it. Isn't that kind of cool? It's really powdery. It almost looks like flour that you would cook dinner with. But you don't want to do this because this might look nice and soft, but this is actually really, really sharp little pieces of volcano rock that was blasted out of a volcano at one point. So don't open the bag. It's very messy, so we don't want to do that. Yep. So Jake's saying no. Okay. So this one is blasted out of the top of it. Okay. This one right here, this reddish one, this is called rhyolite. I found this in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, up by Copper Harbor. And what this is what's called an igneous rock, but it's called an extrusive igneous rock because it was made after it was ejected onto the surface. So this was formed from lava. All right? And this has got red in it because it's got iron. And that iron makes it turn red. Okay? This one right here, this greenish kind of one, it's called basalt. That basalt was formed as an extrude, and this was lava, and this was shot up, but this one came into contact with ocean water, and it turned into this particular rock, again called basalt. And you can see those white crystals in there. Yeah, there you go. So those white crystals were formed when this cooled very quickly with ocean water. So I found this in the Upper Peninsula in UP, which proves that one time there was an ocean in the Upper Peninsula. Go figure. All right. And Jake's got this one. This one he thinks is really cool. Let him hold it. That's called obsidian, and that's called a volcanic glass. And this one is called an extrusive rock too, because this one was this ash at one point coming out of a volcano, but it was super hot, like really hot, like hundreds and hundreds of degrees. And it came in contact with fresh water in a lake of some sort. And this is what formed this. And this breaks this like glass. And Native Americans actually used to use this for their arrowheads. Go figure. Okay. And other ones I got back here, these are called intrusive rocks because they formed inside the earth. And that means they were once magma. Because magma is what it's called below the surface, and lava above the surface. So this ones were most likely made in some sort of volcanic chamber underground. Okay, so this one right here is a type of granite. All right, you probably see a lot of this around. It's called diorite. It's got a lot of mica in there and potassium in there. All right. So this was formed underground in an underground caldera. It's called a caldera now that I remember. All right. Now, there's some cool ones too, like this one. This one is called smoky quartz. All right. This one's got the cool crystals. You can see that. This was formed underground because this spent a long time cooling. And that's how it was able to form these big crystals that you can see. Okay. Now, Jake has one here. This is called amethyst. All right, it's a nice purple color. All right, this was an intrusive rock also, so you can see that. And that cooled really slow, and that's how that was able to form all those nice big crystals. Okay, and here is some. This one looks like it's some quartz or felt. I think this is actually feldspar, not quartz. This is feldspar. All right, so this is a nice pink one that was formed underground too. Okay. But one thing those are some pretty cool rocks, like this one. Yeah, but this one, see, sometimes you catch the rocks and they look like this. All right, but sometimes what people do is they cut these in half and they do what's called they polish them, make them nice and smooth, and they sell them. And it looks really pretty. Look at that. And so,
say something?
Yep, go ahead, say something.
The outside, not like that thing like here, it kind of looks like hair.
Yep, looks like little hairs. He's talking about that. I think that's some type of quartz in there. Okay, but it's nice purple color. So, but I thought that was really cool that you guys were learning about volcanoes because I love volcanoes and I want to see one. Actually, I did see one once, and it was in the Caribbean down on an island called St. Lucia. And I can tell you what, you knew you were by a volcano because it smells really bad, like rotten eggs. Okay, and that's called sulfur. And sulfur is really smelly. Kind of the stuff they put in your gas lines to let you know that you have a gas leak. It just smells really bad, but that's where it comes from. All right, so bye, Jake. Hope you guys have fun looking at these samples. Good luck.